Channeled message.
They thought your downfall could finance their rise. That was the deal. Your path would be obstructed. Your name would be damaged. Your position would be weakened. The opportunities, attention, resources, or influence surrounding you would become easier to reach once you were no longer standing securely inside your life. They were not building, they were attempting a transfer. Take from one person, redirect it towards another. Call the result favor, power, or divine approval. For a while, the illusion held. Money may have appeared, access increased, the right connections seemed to arrive. People who had been moving from envy and desperation suddenly looked established. That temporary elevation fed their grandiosity. They took visible gain as proof that the method had worked. What they failed to understand was that they had received an advance. Nothing acquired through another person's calculated destruction arrives free of the destruction attached to it. They wanted the reward without the development. They wanted wealth without stewardship, status without substance, and authority without the character required to carry it. Instead of becoming capable, they became willing to violate. That willingness was the real transaction. They traded their peace for the appearance of power. They traded trustworthy relationships for alliances held together by secrecy. They traded an honest future for a structure that could survive only while everyone involved kept lying. The wealth was never truly theirs. It was borrowed from an arrangement that expected repayment. Now the payment is being collected through the very life they tried to manufacture. The money will not settle. The position will not feel secure. The alliances will begin turning inward. Everyone connected to the deal knows how the others operate. They know loyalty can be purchased. Information can be weaponized, and one person can be sacrificed when the group needs protection. No one inside that structure can fully relax. The same people who joined together against you now have to wonder who will be chosen next. That is the poverty beneath the performance. It is deeper than an empty account. It is having possessions and no peace inside them. It is gaining access and still feeling inferior. It is reaching the room you envied, then discovering your presence there has no weight without manipulation holding it up. It is knowing their entire image depends on the target remaining silenced, discredited, or removed. Then you survive. You've remained on your path long enough to expose the fraud at the center of theirs. They may have delayed an opportunity, interfered with their relationship, redirected money, or used influence to place themselves where they believe you should have been excluded. They still could not take the source. The source was never the position. It was what had been developed inside you. They could imitate the result. They could not inherit the capacity. That is why the life they forced keeps rejecting them. A person may manipulate their way into a position and still lack the judgment to remain there. They may receive money and expose their scarcity through how quickly it disappears. They may gain visibility and discover that attention magnifies everything they were trying to conceal. The reward begins revealing the fraud. What they call success becomes evidence that they were unprepared for what they demanded. This is where moral injury enters. A person can silence their conscience publicly and still carry the record internally. The mind may defend the conduct through entitlement, denial, spiritual excuses, or hatred towards the person they harmed. The body still knows. The sleeplessness knows. The fixation knows. The constant need to monitor you knows. They cannot enjoy the gain while watching to see whether you are still standing. Your life has become the contradiction their story cannot absorb. You were supposed to disappear under the pressure. You were supposed to lose faith in your gifts, abandon the path, and complete the sacrifice from the inside. Instead, you kept building. That is what made their apparent success unstable. The deal required your defeat. Your survival violated its central term. Now everything attached to that agreement is being forced to reveal what it was made of. This is not random punishment. It is structural failure. Anything built through sabotage carries sabotage into the foundation. Anything formed through betrayal attracts people who understand betrayal as a valid tool. Anything gained through another person's reduction remains haunted by the possibility of reversal. They directed destruction outward and assumed it would obey boundaries. Destruction does not respect ownership. Once invited into the structure, it moves through everything. It enters the finances. It enters the partnerships. It enters the decisions made under pressure. It enters the mind of the person who knows their rise requires somebody else to fall. Sooner or later, the method becomes the environment. You escape that environment by refusing to become like them. You did not need to exchange another person's life for your own future. You continued laying foundations while they performed success on unstable ground. Your progress may have taken longer. It also belongs to you. There is no hidden agreement waiting to collect it. No frightened collaborator has to remain loyal. No false narrative has to keep circulating your life to make sense. You can stand inside what you build without fearing the truth. They cannot. Their deal was never designed to make them prosperous. It was designed to make them dependent on the darkness they use to obtain the appearance of prosperity. Every new problem requires another compromise. Every exposed lie requires another performance. Every loss sends them searching for someone else to blame, sacrifice, or manipulate. The deal keeps feeding. That is the part they never understood. They thought they were using darkness as a tool. The tool was training them to become usable. Now, the same appetite that convinced them to move against your path has control of theirs. You do not need to interfere. You do not need to collect what is owed. The debt already knows their address. They tried to purchase a future with your destruction. They received the illusion first. Now everything borrowed is being repossessed.
End of message.